What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and just as you might have suspected, we have now some leaked messages from normal, everyday Disney employees, not the 0.0001% of the employees that are lunatic activists, but actual employees. Also, some massive backlash with many families deciding to cancel Disney Plus as well as their family trips to Disneyland, which really stinks. I think, yeah, there are much better options. There are a lot of places you can go and spend your money as a family and have a great time. I don't know if Great America has decided to get into activism, but their roller coasters are way better. You have the Looney Tunes mascots there, I think, still, if they still have them. There are lots of other theme parks that you can go to. There are lots of other natural, you could go to Mount Rushmore, you could go to Niagara Falls, you could go to a wide variety of places. Take your family camping, take your family fishing, go visit another country. There's a lot of things you can do outside of going to Disney. So I guess, but it's just, you think about the kids, they don't really have a dog in this fight, but certainly Walt Disney is thinking about the kids. And over the last 5 days, their stock has dipped. Whether or not this is in regards to their foray into actual government politics or a market flow issue, it's tough to say. It's not that sharp of a loss. In fact, even today, it's up a point. But what's interesting is how this is all going to shake out, like how we're going to find, the actual results of this. It's going to end up being over time. Like if people really do cancel their Disney Plus, if people really do not go to Disneyland, you're going to see that in the next quarterly report. Quote, "It was our happy place. Families cancel Disney trips, abandon Disney Plus over company's woke ideology." Now, of course, this is from the Daily Wire, which, full disclosure, has launched a competitor to Disney, at least has announced that they're going to, make content for that audience. So, there's that going. I'm not saying they're lying. I'm just saying, 40-year-old Stephen Niddle has been a Disney fan since diapers. His parents took him to Disneyland as soon as he could walk. He says he used to have his season passes at Disneyland, California, to take his 5-year-old and 2-year-old to the theme parks before the coup. When Disney parted ways with actress Gina Carano, he began to reconsider supporting the company. He even became more skeptical when Disney announced the film Turning Red, a movie that touches on the themes of, puberty and things of that nature. And you see here, parentheses, Daily Wire's announced plans for their own kind of entertainment. Anyway, but it was Disney's stance in the Florida's bill banning classroom conversations over gender and orientation for young kids that pushed Niddle over the edge. Quote, "It saddens me to think that the magic that was once part of my life, and my wife's too, will not be part of theirs." The Orange County, California resident said of his children in an email to the Daily Wire, "Because the only way we can effectively voice our opinion to a company like Disney is to refuse to do business with them. For us, that means canceling Disney Plus, canceling Disney Movie Club, deleting Disney Insider's membership, and boycotting any and all creative works put forth by Disney. I am not sorry for our decision, and I can't even pity a company for making such poor decisions when they have enough clout to do whatever the heck they want, and this is the direction they've decided to go upon." Niddle is one of many parents who told the Daily Wire that they are canceling their trips to Disney and their subscriptions to Disney Plus over the company's increasingly vocal embracer of woke ideology. Kyle Carter of Bremen, Georgia, said he and his wife have canceled their upcoming trip to Disney for her 30th birthday. Cade Nielsen from Salt Lake City said his friend group of 12 people canceled their May Disney trip and are heading to Mexico instead. Be careful. Craig Corbus from Ohio said he canceled his Disney Plus this week and agreed with his wife that they won't be taking their toddlers to Disney due to the ridiculous hill Disney is willing to die on. Elizabeth Mulebeck of Pennsylvania says that she'll be taking her family to Dollywood instead. "I've put hours into planning and have already put a deposit down at the Pop Century Resort, the mother of three said, but after reading all these reports and doing some investigating myself, I just can't invest $15,000 or more in a company who's blatantly ignores science and family-friendly entertainment." Speaking of family-friendly entertainment, I have a website. It's called thequartering.com. Right now, I'm using it to ask my viewers to join my mailing list. I'm not going to send you deals or offers or spam, but I want to be able to reach you. And it seems like YouTube subscriptions, you can see all my videos get posted here, and I have an editor that writes little articles along with them and stuff like that. But if you have time today, make sure you sign up for my mailing list. I'm going to do something special with that down the road, maybe some exclusive content with that kind of stuff down the road. I'm just in the beginning phases, but yeah, please sign up. Anyway, now, while you're doing that, allow me to discuss some leaked messages from Disney's cast members show many in favor of Florida's anti-grooming law. The messages were leaked by a cast member to Human Events Daily's Jack Posobiec from internal communication boards. Much noise has been made by Disney corporate and executives about their displeasure with the new parental rights in education law that had passed in Florida, but many who work at Disney not only see no problem with the law, but like most parents in the state, are in favor of it. Disney corporate said they would like to work to repeal the state's anti-grooming law. See, I like how people have, I'm not going to say it was my original idea, but I did say that that's what we need to call it. The marketing machine was the one that successfully renamed it into this hilarious thing that everyone was running with. So we need to play the same game. The messages were leaked by Disney cast members to Jack Posobiec from internal communication board, showing that Disney employees are in favor of the bill and don't see it as through the propagandist lens of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' political opponents. These show the corporate statements claiming that Disney is entirely opposed to Florida's law and prevents activist teachers from teaching things to kids are not backed by the employees or executives who they believe they represent. This is by Olivia Emmons. Great person, great reporter too. Here's some of the posts on the Post. I support the bill. I'm a member. I'm in the LGBTQ community, and I think any form of this kind of education shouldn't be taught until you're older and able to understand it. Not when you're young and influential to the people who are teaching you. And in a perfect world, we wouldn't have teachers imposing their own political beliefs. But this world is imperfect, and it does have in other states. Kindergarten through first grade are learning basic skill sets: how to read, write, count, socialize. They don't even start going through puberty until 4th or 5th grade at the earliest. So leave the bill alone, because it isn't infringing on any member of the LGBTQ community, nor is it on the hetero one. If you think it is, then maybe the issue lies with you wanting children to be involved in these spicy type of things before they're physically and mentally able for it. Someone replies, agree 100%. Here's another one. Thank you, and this is a person's name. Do know a lot of LGBTQ members who do support this bill, because they realize as they got older that this is something that they are. The bill puts power into the parents' hands. As a parent, I would want my child's teacher to come to me to tell me what's going on. I fully believe that Disney should not be involved in anything political at all. Disney company claims that they don't do any kind of political funding, but here they're saying they're stopping all the funding. How can we focus on a larger issue, which is our fellow cast members in Europe are afraid for their lives due to ongoing issues going on over there? Cast members in Europe are potentially dying, and we're over here discussing what a single state's legislation has decided. How about we look at larger issues? Here's another message. Where and how is this, quote, listening tour being conducted? My thoughts. Disney should not at all be taking a political stance on anything that affects all of its employees one way or another. No matter which side you take, you're excluding the other. Let the workplace be the workplace and live your life at your own house. Love and respect to all. Here's another message. Let children be children. Most everyone is very ignorant as to what's actual wording, what the bill says, and who it applies to. It doesn't apply to any members of the LGBTQ community. It applies to our education system. The governor of Florida, along with the state legislature, felt compelled to write a bill that gives rights to the parents of raising kids, as well as having regulations on our school systems. If kids ask about this stuff, then I believe it's the parents' responsibility and discretion. But also, if teachers are asked from the students, from the teachers, then the teachers need to communicate it to the parents as noted in the bill. I can't find a single person against this bill. Now, I don't live in, I don't know, Portland or California. I also have read the bill. And, you know, I don't understand how anyone could think that it's anything but a good thing, unless I suppose they're pro grooming. You know, what you have here is even more kind of reason to really take a pause and decide, you know, the companies that you're giving your money to, because it's really curious to me how many people seemingly are really concerned with, you know, teaching this kind of stuff to first graders, and why that's important. I don't think it's important. In fact, I think it should be the parents who are communicating these type of things. But there are a lot of these weirdo teachers. All you have to do is look at libs of TikTok. You see a lot of these weirdo teachers who push their own. There's a guy today. Oh, I just came out to my fifth graders. It was so empowering and so wonderful. Why? Why? It's none of their business. All right. Your kids ask you about what you do in the bedroom. You say, here, to open your pages to, you know, open your books to page 47. You don't ask people about that kind of stuff, and you teach them. You don't, it's these people that grow up desperate for validation that they're willing to take it from toddlers. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.